Good morning and welcome to our phonics class. This is Miss Cruz speaking. The day for today is Tuesday, April 28th, and the year is 2020. The title for today lesson is irregular plurals. If you have your book, if you have your notebook, your pencil, and all the materials that you will need for this class, they should be ready now because the class is going to start right now. Page number 2, irregular plurals. Remember that when we talk about plurals, we are talking about two or more nouns. And when we talk about nouns, we are talking about people, animals, things, and ideas. Now, let's read what we have here. Please read with me. Some words have plural form that do not follow the general rules. They are called irregular. So when we talk about irregular plurals, it means that we don't have any rule to follow. We are going to, in some cases, we are going to use the same form for singular and plural. And this is the next step that we have. We are going to use some plural forms are the same as their singular form. Look the examples that we have. Deer, it's singular and plural at the same time. The same thing happened with sheep, singular and plural is sheep. Fish is another example. Fish and fish, the same in singular and plural. Spaghetti is the same situation. Spaghetti is for singular and spaghetti is for plural. And the other one is milk. Now look the next statement that we have. Some-based words change in their plural form. Some-based words change in their plural form. But there is no rules that we can follow. Look the first one. Example that we have. It's woman. It's singular and woman. It's plural. Child. It's singular and children. It's plural. Tooth. It's singular and thief. It's plural. What is the purpose or what is the objective of this lesson? Is that you can be able to identify words that have an irregular plural form. So this is going to be the first part of the lesson that you will learn today. So there are no rules to follow when we talk about irregular plurals. And some of the irregular plurals are going to be the same in singular and in plural. And some of them are going to change the base word to have their plural form. There are no general rules to follow. This is something that you should be able to identify and that you should be able to have a regular plural form. Page number 3, singular and plural possessive. Now here we have 3 rules. How are you going to handle the singular and plural possessive? Make sure that you memorize the 3 rules that you have here and apply it when you speak English or when you write English in English. Okay, number 1, when a singular word shows ownership of something, an apostrophe and s are added at the end. Let me read it one more time. When a singular word shows ownership of something, an apostrophe and an S are added at the end. Here we have the example. The color of the dog. We are talking about the dog's color. You have an apostrophe and the letter S added at the end of the singular noun. We are talking about the dog, and here we have the apostrophe and the S. Remember, we are showing that the ownership of the color is the dog. The car that belongs to the teacher. The car that belongs to the teacher is going to be the singular possessive, the teacher's car. It means that the car belongs to the teacher. The teacher is the owner of the car. Number 2, you're going to add only an apostrophe to the end of a plural word that ends in S to show ownership. Look at the example. The paintings of the artist. The next part is the artist's apostrophe paintings. Do you see the difference between singular and plural? Here, you only are going to add the apostrophe after the letter S. Because the letter S is already added, you only are going to add the apostrophe. Look the next example. The cars that belongs to the teacher. The teacher's car. The teacher car. You are going to place the apostrophe at the end of the word. You are not going to add the letter S because the letter S is already included in the word teachers. Okay, and the last one, to make a word that stands for a group plural, add an apostrophe S. The example that we have, the pictures that belongs to a family. Remember, you are talking about a group plural. When you talk about family, you are talking about a group, and it's plural. The family's picture. The instructions say that you need to add the apostrophe to the group plural and then the letter S. That's why you have family apostrophe S, the family pictures. Okay, follow the instructions in every singular and plural possessive. This is very easy, and I know that you can handle this correctly. But if you still have any difficulties, you have to let me know. Page number 4. Irregular plural possessive. An irregular possessive noun refers to an irregular plural noun and is used to show possession. A plural word that doesn't end in S is made possessive by adding an apostrophe and S. I'm going to try to explain this to you with the examples that we have here. Dear, it's an irregular plural. And according with the instruction, you are going to add an apostrophe and then the letter S at the end of the word. That's why we have dear apostrophe S. Look the next example. Children. Children, it's the irregular plural, and you are going to add the apostrophe and then the letter S. Children's. Traffic. Traffic is the irregular plural, and you are going to have the apostrophe and the letter S. You are doing this because you are showing the possession. Look the next one. The clothes of the children's. The clothes of the children's. The children's apostrophe S, clothes, which means that the clothes belong to the children. The next one, the cheese of the mice. Here we have the irregular plural possessive. The mice, apostrophe S, cheese. The cheese belong to the mice. The mice is the owner of the cheese. The last one is the roots of the thief. Here we have the irregular plural possessive. The thief, apostrophe S, roots. It means that the roots belongs to the thief. Okay, this is going to be the irregular plural possessive. Remember, you are using this to show possession, to show who is the owner, to show who is the owner or who the thing belongs. You always are going to use the apostrophe and then the letter S in a irregular plural word to make the possessive. Page number 5, irregular plurals. Here on this page, we are going to talk about irregular plurals. When we talk about plurals, we are talking about two or more nouns, two or more people, two or more things, two or more animals. Here we have a list of singular and plural nouns. Look the picture. For men, you have only one picture, and for men, you have two pictures. So the first picture is singular, and the second it's plural. Now, let's read each of the words that we have here. Make sure that you repeat them after me or with me. Make sure that you know how to pronounce each of the words. And let's start with number 1. Man. Man. Child. Children. Foot. Feet. Mouse. Mice. Ox. Oxen. Deer. Deer. Woman. Woman. Tooth. Thief. Sheep. Sheep. Goose. Geese. Fish. Fish. Cactus. Cactus. Now, do you notice that there are 3 of the words that are the same in singular and plural? Do you have the answer? Which are the 3 words that are the same in singular and plural? Okay, I know that you have the answer, but I'm not able to hear you. But the answer is deer, sheep, and fish. So, You use the same word when you talk in singular and when you talk in plural. Remember that and keep it fresh in your mind. Okay, now we are going to move to the next page, but before we go to the next page, remember, if you have any question about this specific lesson, you let me know. Page number 6. Here we have the homework for today's class. The first thing that you need to do is you need to study the information. Make sure that you understand the irregular plurals. Make sure that you understand the singular and plural possessive and irregular plural possessive. The other thing that you need to make sure is that you copy page number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. The pages that I'm talking about are the pages that are included on this video. Don't copy nothing from your notebook, from your book, I'm sorry. You need to copy the information from this video in your notebook. The other thing that you need to do is you need to complete the worksheet. I'm going to send a worksheet via WhatsApp. You have to work on that worksheet. If you are able to print it, it's good. If you cannot print it out, you need to copy the worksheet in your notebook. Every time that you work, you need to make sure that it's neat and tidy. So make sure that you keep all of this information, and when you have it ready, please send it to me via WhatsApp. As I always say, it's a pleasure to be your teacher and share all this information with you. And I hope I can see you very soon. God bless you and protect your family. Bye-bye.